So this is my favorite time of the year. I've mentioned this numerous times. I love everything about fall, specifically fall fragrances. I love the coziness, the warmth, just the idea of snuggling up with that person you love or want to hook up with. I don't know, whatever. Point is, fellas, this is for you. We have some top designer fragrances for the fall that I think smell absolutely amazing and will smell absolutely perfect for those moments you want to snuggle up and get close to the person that you like. So come back, ladies, pay attention too. Come back and we'll talk about it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video of Smell Good with Jenna. I'm, of course, Jenna. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know what you gotta do. Like, comment, follow, and subscribe. Now let's get right into it. So these are my top fall designer fragrances for men. I have about 8 here, I believe. And there's so many different ones, honestly, that could easily make the list, but it'll go on and on and on. And we just trying to hook you guys up and so you can get close to that lady or whoever, and you know they'll enjoy your scent. So yeah, let's get right into it. First up, we have on our list Dolce & Gabbana's The One EDT. I know there's an EDP version, and for this purpose, for this video, I think EDT is better. I know we gravitate to EDP pretty often, but this is the one you should gravitate to for this time of the year. I think this is a really beautifully blended fragrance. I have the little sample here. I forgot whatever fragrances I'm buying, I'm always getting samples, so this is why I have it here. But this is a nicely blended fragrance. It's a little spicy, it's sweet, it's a little fresh, and it's an irresistible fragrance. There's no question about this. This is masculine. It's just, this is a cozy fragrance that a woman or anybody would love to get next to you wearing this. As I mentioned, or I didn't mention rather, the longevity, the performance on this one is not good at all. But hey, for $60 at a discounted site, get this thing for that cheap and overspray, and you make it do what it do. But this is a really good fragrance. I would definitely recommend wearing it for this time of the year. So if you haven't already, go ahead and check out Dolce & Gabbana, The One. Next up we have, you're probably going to be like, girl, give this a rest. But we have YSL's Myself. I just love this so much. I've mentioned this in quite a few videos. I know that there's two types of people, ones that love this, the ones that hate this. I think this is beautiful. I think it's so versatile. I'm not the biggest YSL cologne fan, so when this came out, I couldn't get enough of it. I think it has enough citrusiness, sweetness from the orange blossom. I think this smells beautiful in brisk, cool air. Again, as I mentioned, it's versatile. I know the newer one came out, the Le Parfum, but the OG EDP one is still king in my opinion. Want a nice, versatile, cheap fragrance? YSL Myself is the one. Next up, we have Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. I know there's the new one that came out, but this is the one from a couple of years ago. I love this. This is so long lasting. I sprayed this and a couple of nights ago, and it just lingered for so long. But this is so dark, rich, and mysterious. This leather is so prominent. I knew this would smell so good on a man. Like, just picturing a guy where it's a cool fall day, you got your leather jacket on, and you're cool, and you throw this baby on. Compliments galore. I love this so much. You know, Tom Ford fragrances get a lot of flack for whatever reason, but the ombre leather, one of my favorites for men specifically. So if you haven't already, oh God, that leather scent. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. Next up, we have from Maison Margiela's Replica line, Jazz Club. You can see my sample is basically done for. I've been holding on to this for a while, and I've been testing this out honestly for myself, just because I go back and forth if I want it for myself, but I decided no, I think this smells better on a man. One thing about the Replica line, they're always going to do their big one when it comes to depicting a memory, and this smells literally like just an attractive man in a club setting, and there's booze and a little bit of smoke in the air, and yeah, a little smoke, a little booze, and a little sweetness just intertwining in the air, and it just depicts just that, you going out and having a good time, and just that's the setting you're in. I think it's beautiful. I think it works really, really well in fall weather. Damn. There's no questions asked. This is what you want to grab. A nice, spicy, smoky, tobacco, sweet vanilla type of scent. It's just beautiful for this time of the year. So if you haven't already, you see it had me in a trance. I couldn't really get out the words of what I wanted to say, but it's really good. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out Maison Margiela's Replica Jazz Club. Next up, we have from Prada, Luna Rosa Black. This is another fragrance a lot might find that the projection and the longevity isn't all that great, but again, for another cheap designer fragrance that smells really good, you can't go wrong with this. A lot of people, this is one of those ambery, spicy, vanilla type of fragrances, and that's, I don't know if you at this point noticed the theme of this. That's kind of my vibe right now lately. Amber, spicy, vanillas. So this is definitely right up that alley. A lot of people say this has like kind of like a Play-Doh-y type of scent, and I don't mind that. That reminds me of Dior Hypnotic Poison. It has that Play-Doh-y type of vibe. I like the smell of that, so that doesn't bother me. But this is a compliment getter. It's good. It's sexy. You know, and it's perfect for this time of the year. So again, the longevity and might not be too great, but you'll get spray enough. You're gonna get some compliments with this one. Trust me. And that's Prada Luna Rosa Black. Next up on my list, we have probably one of my favorite, if not favorite, designer fragrances for men and women. I'm talking about Uomo Born in Roma Intense. I love everything from the Born in Roma line. Maybe one I don't really care for, but everything else, it's just, listen, I'm sorry fragrance stopped. If you find it overhyped, it is what it is. I enjoy this one so much. It's so good. It's aromatic. It's sweet. The vanilla and the dry down is to die for. It's just such a beautiful fragrance that does extremely well in this time of the year. It's long lasting, compliment getter. You know, if anything else you don't like on here, do yourself a favor and get Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Intense, because it's definitely a gem. Next up, we have from Armani, Stronger With You Intensely. This is probably another one of my favorites. Honestly, I find this pretty unisex. Something that I could see myself wearing, but I probably wouldn't. But I was surprised to see this at Macy's. And we picked it up during one of those VIP sales that they'll typically have. But this is really good. It fits my vibe right now of amber, spicy, vanilla type of fragrances. I think it has cinnamon in it, and I think they added a chestnut note to it, so it makes it a little bit more nuttier. I don't really get that, but nonetheless, this is a compliment getter. It's long lasting. It's addictive. It's sensual. It's sexy, and it fits perfectly for this time of the year. So if you haven't already, there's so many different flankers, but if you had to pick a flanker specifically for this time of the year, I would definitely get Stronger With You Intensely. Lastly on my list, we have Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Mâle Le Parfum. Listen, I absolutely love this. I adore this, if you will. Fragrance stops, exit left. This isn't for you. I love this. I don't care what anybody says. First time I smelled this, my eyes widened. The orgasm that came from this is beautiful. It's sexy. It's what a man should smell like. It's, you know, I just want to hug you and never let go. It's perfect for date night. It's just so, so good. You know, if you find this overhyped, so what? If a woman wants to never let you go and hug you tight, then buy it. It's that good. Oh my goodness. So if you haven't already, please do yourself a favor and check out Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Mâle Le Parfum. Trust me. Trust me. And that is my video. Again, I mentioned in the beginning, there's so many different designer fragrances for men that I think would smell perfect in the fall, like Givenchy, Gentleman, Guerlain. There's just so many different things, but obviously this video will be 7 years long and we don't want that. So let me know in the comments what you like, if anything from this list or something that I'm missing, let me know. Like, follow, subscribe, and always remember, the best compliment one can get is that you smell so good.